Extraoral exam. The operator should be wearing proper PPE, including gown, mask, gloves, and glasses. The patient's position will be upright for the extraoral exam with chair raised slightly. Begin with a visual exam. Look for facial asymmetry. Identify any moles or abnormal findings. Next, you will check the temporomandibular joint. Place hands on both sides of the patient's face, just in front of the patient's ear, on the TMJ. Bilateral bimanual palpation is used. Have the patient open and close several times. Listen for any popping, clicking, or grinding. Ask the patient if they experience any pain or popping. Palpation of any auricular lymph nodes uses a bilateral bimanual technique. Palpate the anterior auricular nodes. Work your way down into the inferior auricular nodes, finishing with the posterior auricular lymph nodes. Next, you will palpate underneath the lateral borders of the mandibular to check to submandibular nodes, walking your fingers forward towards the chin to check the segmental nodes. These lymph nodes are especially important as you may feel swelling if there are any tooth infections present. Place the fingers of one hand on the thyroid to check for any abnormalities. Using the manual palpation technique, ask the patient to swallow while holding the thyroid. The next area to palpate is the superficial and deep cervical lymph nodes. Standing behind the patient, have the patient turn to the right and tilt their head down. On the left of the superficial nodes can be found along the sternocleidomastoid muscle. Simultaneously locate the deep nodes on the right side along the sternocleidomastoid muscle. Use a bilateral manual palpation technique. Have the patient turn tote left and repeat this procedure, palpating right, superficial, and deep cervical nodes. You will then have your patient bend their head down to palpate the articular nodes. Start at the base of the neck and continue up to the base of the skull. This concludes the self-oral exam. Please remove your gloves, use alcohol rub, and don a fresh pair of gloves.